Afternoon. Happy Monday. I hope you had a lovely weekend. I know I did. I was blessed to be able to go on a retreat with my church family, my church community, and it was such a blessing. It was so needed. I just felt like I was able to get so much rest, but also rest with other people. So I don't know if that makes sense, but like rest in community, rest in time with my creator, rest in nature. And it was such a blessing. So I hope you have the opportunity to do some of those things, or make the opportunities to do some of those things, specifically with nature and with other people. These days, it's so needed, and sometimes more than we think it is. So I hope that encourages you and gives you a little bit of motivation to do something lovely on a weekend or on a day you pick, but go for it. I just want to let you know that if you want to catch these live and get notifications for them, you should subscribe on YouTube. Notifications are much better on YouTube, and I'll be doing a giveaway once we hit 100 subscribers on YouTube. So stay tuned for that. But today, my topic is a quote by a new friend of mine. Her name is Heather Harbonneau. And I'm super excited to share this quote with you because it really hit me. And it was really helpful for me once I started to really think about it and process it a little more deeply. So the quote is, "Don't share your dreams with someone who will touch them with their doubt." I'll say that again. Don't share your dreams with someone who will touch your dreams with their doubt. So one of the things that I encourage people to do is to dream. Dream big. Dream about those things you're not sure will happen, but that you really, really would love to happen. So I'll give you a few examples from my life. 5 or 6 years ago, I had a big dream that I wouldn't have to deal with the TMJ issues I was dealing with anymore. And a few years ago, 2 years ago, I had a big dream that I would be able to be more in charge of my time and to work for myself. I have a current big dream to be able to have a homestead, to have a small acreage with a big garden and chickens and maybe a duck and maybe a cow, some fun things like that. I have a dream to have children, right? These are dreams that we have. These are goals that we can look forward to. But if we share those dreams with someone who is going to doubt them for us, what does that sometimes lead us to do? To doubt those dreams, right? If we are not super solid and confident in those dreams, and we then go and share them with someone who's like, that's not going to happen, then that plants a seed of doubt in our mind. And do you know how powerful your mind is? Let me tell you, I have been learning so much about the mind recently and how powerful that is, because our mind doesn't really know the difference between the present, the past, and the future. So when we think about a memory that happened in the past, our brain processes it as the present. Similarly, when we think about the future and we have big dreams and we think about them and we ruminate on them, we picture them in our mind, our brain doesn't know that that's not the present. And that's really cool, because if we are able to not only share those dreams with someone who will encourage us and will spur us on and will believe them with us, but if we're also able to fully believe those dreams ourselves, then we can start to see them happen in our mind's eye and help that reality happen because we're dreaming it to be so. So I'm not talking about some weird manifestation, ooh, you're making it happen just because you think about it. No, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about dreaming, at least in my beliefs, in line with what God has for me, Him showing me what can happen, him giving me passions and things that I love and things I'm excited about for a reason. He didn't put in me a passion for music for no reason. He didn't put a passion in me to help other people for no reason. He didn't put a passion in me to enjoy being outdoors and to enjoy growing my own food for no reason. He gave me these for a reason, and I'm choosing to dream about them in ways that they are bigger than they are now. Because when I do those things, I help that dream become realistic in my mind, and then when it starts to happen, I believe it will. Okay? So, that happened when I was back dealing with TMJ issues. I dreamed big. I dreamed I will be healed. I dreamed my body can heal itself. I dreamed and thought about that goal a lot. And yes, there were people who I talked to who tried to touch that dream with their doubt. Oh, but things haven't changed, in the last couple years, so why should they now? Because I'm changing things. I'm not doing the same things with my body and for my body that I was doing a couple years ago. And so if I was doing the same things, then that's sort of the definition of insanity, doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. But I wasn't. I was making changes, and I was watching those changes come alive in my body and my mind and in my spirit and my soul and who God has made me to be and who he is helping me become even a richer, more beautiful version of myself. Because I'm not just becoming a version of myself, I'm becoming who I truly have always meant to be. Think about that a little bit. I'm not just becoming a better version of myself. The goals aren't to become a better version of myself. The goal is to become who I was always meant to be, who I was always meant to become, who God designed me to become from the beginning of time. And I am just learning and recognizing and realizing who that is. So I know I turned directions a little bit, but my point being, when you share your dreams with people who believe them with you and vote your victory and pray intentionally with you, that's where some big things can happen. But if you share them with people who will touch them with their doubt, that's like shutting your own dream down by sharing it with somebody who's not going to believe it with you. So be really careful who you choose to share those dreams with. Pick people who you know will dream big and believe big with you. Don't pick people who you think might touch it with your doubt, because big things can happen when you pick the right people to surround yourself with. Surrounding yourself with people who will grow with you, who will support your growth. So I'd love to hear your thoughts on that. If you are popping in here, I saw a couple people pop through. So if you have comments on that, I would love to hear that. If you're catching it replay, let me know that too. But I hope you have the best afternoon, and I will catch you tomorrow. Bye for now.